Hey everybody, I just wanted to get a little bit more of an in-depth view of what this game is really about. I kind of threw it in with the festival last time, but there's so much going on, it might seem like a little daunting. So, the first thing I usually like to check, even before that, let's go kind of around the wheel. So, you have your level cap there. Obviously, you have me, Big Man Gaming. I couldn't fit the G in there. Level 92, I think it caps at level 99. The last time I was in, I hope it hasn't gotten any higher. You know, you have your inbox where you check all your notifications and stuff that's being pushed right now. You have your shadow base, which I'll go into in a minute. You have your gift box, which gives you rewards from rankings and stuff like that. You have your shop, where you get one free item every day, which is amazing. And you could also, if you want a whale, you could buy your stuff there. If you need it, like, anywhere from, like, a $5 thing all the way up to, like, a $99 bundle package. If you really want to go in on it. You have your missions, which obviously have to collect all these different things. I haven't been on in a bit. The circulating, rotating thing at the bottom is to show you. So, those are all the summons you can get, everything that's going on. You have Ada in the background there. She basically gets to talk to you. You have your little interaction time with your characters. If you keep going around the horn, you got your home button, your chat button to the far left there, if you really have to talk to players in game. Character gets you, obviously, to your how many characters you have and what levels they're at. Everything's a little bit different in terms of icons because of the trash gaming thing, because of Shangri-La Frontier. You have Sunroku's head there. Storybook is the Rabitsua mage thing. Versus is Sunroku's blades, waxing moon and waning moon. Salmon is even the Rabitsua girl. So I'm also currently part of a guild. So once you are in a guild, you can access that area, and you can fight. Like boss rushes together with your team against another team. Basically, the higher you win, the more rewards you collect at the end of the event. And then you have, on your right-hand side, you don't always have these things. They have limited runs right now for Shangri-La and for the spring campaign. So there's additional missions that you can be a part of. And above all that is your guide mission, which basically just progresses story if you have anything that you haven't capped out yet, which unfortunately I have not capped out yet. So, also above all of that, you can talk to your people like I'm about to do right now. Right now, this is the grown-up version of Ada. Her bond's pretty high. So, you can just talk to them. And I don't really pay too much attention. You get to talk to them. They have multiple responses. And then it goes up. I increase my bond. And every time you increase your bond, depending on, it might be a little thing like an HP buff, but sometimes it gives you gems. Sometimes it gives you unlockables to different skills. That's how you basically, it's another way to make your person stronger. So I'm just kind of going to blitz through a couple of these. And you get little rewards, like up top. Like, that's part of your daily challenge. Oh, talk to your person twice. Now I can receive rewards from that. So I like to even them out. So there's a limited run one that got me some stuff. I have 9 because I've built it up. So I'm going to get a couple rewards for this as I walk through. 4 times. Right. Oh my goodness. There's so many. Gonna blitz through these. Sorry, guys. Real quick. Might actually get me to. Yeah, it's gonna get me to 19 today. Yep. Oh my goodness. Basically, you still get rewards after 20, but the main goal is to get your people to 20. That would be that benefits you the most. Alright, so we're all caught up there. So let me go grab my gifts. That's usually what it is. So you get rewards for defeating event bosses. Currently I'm placed 191th in the world for the Battle Royale. 329. Ugh, I haven't played in a while. So you can just basically claim all. And it tells you what you got. So out of all that, I got another 300 Prima Gems, which is basically the main, or a Phantasm Gem, sorry. Prima Gems, I think it's from Genshin Impact. I'm mixing my things. But yeah, Phantasm Gems, 300 and a clip. So we can say, I think there's a limited run summon as well. So yeah, how many do I have? 1790? I think with the paid gems I could potentially pull for Sunroku again. Kind of want to try. Yeah, I won't have much left. Alright, so this is the store. Yeah, I don't need all that right now. So you get your free little pack. You get not a lot, but you know, it just gives you the daily reward that you could buy something. Yes, I don't have enough to summon yet, but I probably will. I have to pick up so many rewards. How much stamina do I have? Oh, I have a lot of stamina. So basically you can go through, so I don't blitz through. I'm so used to going so fast that I actually have to slow down. So these are all events, things that you can do. You know, you could battle in your Chronicles 10 times. I'll show you that. Just using 200 stamina, I mean, you're going to do some of these in tandem. The Monster Hunt and Bandit Hunt I'm going to show you shortly. You battle. There are hard modes that require more stamina, but also gives you greater rewards. You can craft in this game. It's a little bit random, but you can craft. There are sites like the World Tree. Go to Shadow Base, which again, I'm going to do that. And then, excuse me, you have, those are all your dailies, and you have weeklies, which are ones that they don't expect you to hit right away, but if you have enough stamina and everything, you could do these pretty quickly. Mostly battle stuff. Battle at the Sanctuary. That's another piece. Tutorial stuff you can get. I'm just going to claim all so I can get more gems. And there's title and attempts as well. So that's from doing all the trash gaming stuff. So that should give me enough to actually summon. So we're going to try to summon him again. Or is this just... Do I still not have enough? Oh, I'm sorry. It's not 1800. It's 2800. So yeah, I gotta wait a little bit. That's okay. Let me see what other event. See if I can get anything else. That's for the event shop. I gotta get in there. That's more of a specific thing. Alright. There we go. Just got a special summon just because. That was part of the springtime event. I guess I did enough things to acquire this person. But that's effectively what an SS summon looks like. I have her already. So, try to get all these things. So, I still have a couple different things to do. And I'm sure I'll do those throughout. I could either hyper focus on it and hit the attempt and try to knock these out immediately, or do them as I go. So, what else? How did I get another talk? I'll do that later. Alright, so let's show you some of the battle stuff. Actually, before battle stuff. So you have your quest lines. So there's the main quest for your campaign. You have your 7 Shadow Chronicles, which is like a running parallel. They give you some more gems. The World Tree, like I said, is a tournament that you can just basically rise through the ranks and try to get to the top of the World Tree. Your material quests are your monster hunt and everything else. It's like a regular fight that once you beat it, you can opt to quote-unquote shadow skip, which I like to do because it just gives you the rewards. So right now it's running a promo where you're getting 120. Usually it's 60. And then it tells you you can go to the Abandon Hunt, which is effectively the same thing, but for money. So you get a couple bucks. All of this is just in tandem. You can use it. Everything cycles through itself, which I love about Eminence, is that you can just kind of just go. You don't have to worry about anything else. Let's see. So I like this loading. That is a cool loading. They don't have that for everybody else. So we could fight Weathermon like we did before. I still have to claim for beating the normal boss. So I have some things to exchange for sure. I have some of his stuff already. Like, so you could get the moon blades, the reward scales from Arthur, Reigns of Life you can get from the horse. I don't even think they showed the horse in this one, but in Shangri-La there's a horse fight as well with Weathermon. So let's see. I guess the biggest thing to get would be magic crystals. Once you get 10, you can basically auto-awaken somebody. So awakening effectively makes your character that much stronger, like exponentially stronger than they would be normally. Like, you could cap out a level 99 character with no awakenings, and a level 99 character with level 5 awakening, which I believe is the max, are entirely different levels of combat. So you want the biggest, best, and everything else. I think other important thing to pull from here would be your regular summons ticket, so you can summon more people. I'm going to use as much as I can to get to, I got 3. So again, once you get, you could do 1 pull per, but it won't really, it's not advantageous. Like, you want to do a 10 pull because that gives you the greatest output to get a really good character. So that's really the event shop. I am going to fight the bosses later. I'm not going to have that much repetition. So I'll show you a little bit in the main quest. The main quest basically gives you storylines, which I don't want to spoil for you. But if you click through, you could basically, you can, with voices on or off, of course, you can basically watch the anime as you fight. You know, it gives you the plot lines for what's going on in the story, which I think is really cool. And then, yeah, Shadow Chronicles is effectively where you get more of your special summons. I'm in hard mode right now trying to acquire, because if you don't pull specifically the characters that you want, it's not the end of the world if they go off. You can, depending on the circumstance, because there's always a stipulation or condition, you can basically do these hard mode challenges to get shards. Obviously, it's a tough goal. It's usually like 135 to 150 shards when you only get 1 to 2 per fight, and you can only cap out, I think, 3 hard challenges in a day. So, with that being said, you know, it's going to take you some time, but again, this is a free-to-play game. You don't have to go too crazy. Usually takes about 20 minutes. I'm obviously not doing as much because I'm explaining it to you guys, but there are still rewards. I have to click and I have to collect, so we're going to collect those real quick. See if I can't boost my... And just like that, I mean, I'm at 2,000 Phantasm Gems already. Like, I started with what? I think sub 1,000, so... it's not hard to gather stuff in this game. Now the versus stuff. Oh, I love. Hi Delta, she's my favorite. So you have your Bushin Festival, your Bushin Festival Battle Royale, which is just fighting with more party members. You know, you're fighting 3 teams instead of 1, and then you have to actually enter in to the bottom 2 there, Armageddon, which is another way to gain different kind of coins. And then you have your Dark Knight Duel, which is newer. I actually still have to participate in that. So yeah, I mean, effectively, you have those. And then, what else can I kind of explain? So your characters, so in your character slot you can also, you know, that's where you actually can access your crafting magical gear. So there's different levels, yeah, from B all the way to S. And then out from there you can enhance your magic gear. I have a bunch of different SS magic gear that I've been accruing over time that you can kind of buff up. Recently they added the fact, see, now they're showing you what you could potentially have, so that's actually pretty new. So that's what we're trying to get to. I'll enhance that stuff later, and this is the fusing of the magic gear, so you can effectively tell. Good, I have a good example. So effectively you have 10, you can, for some money, you could fuse a B into an A. And they all follow into that pattern. So A to S, and I don't have enough to show an S to an SS tier. But, you know, these are all my guys. I have a couple SS pluses in the mix. I just had an awakening for Sherry, so she's actually going to be capped out. So we'll awaken her to her last tier. So she's at the top tier. So what that gives you, she can heal for a ridiculous amount. She's a healer, obviously. Now her stats increase. So she can actually add, which is huge, she can add the magic gear slot, so now she can acquire 2 pieces of magic gear, which ultimately summed up just means she gets even more OP. I can actually level her up too, make her as max as she can possibly be at the moment. There's different, obviously those are your levels and your requirements for each level. You can have different equipment levels. She's only at, what's she, like level 11? Yeah, rank 11. So I think you can go all the way up to like rank 14 or something. So I'm still actually pretty new comparatively to the game. And you could do that with everybody that you have. I wanted to see if I had one that I could just put in right away. Yeah, so Sid, you can easily just equip. It tells you what you can equip, and boom. Like, let's say I want to get his bow. It tells you the requirements. And the beauty of it is if you could finish it now, you could just kind of skip. And your rewards come with it. So, this is how I speed up the game. Like, once you beat the battle, you can actually just kind of fill in and go. you don't have to sit there. Early on, you could sit there and watch, and it gets a little tedious. But that's why you put the ×2 multiplier on there. That's why the auto battling function just saves a lot of repetition. And honestly, that's mainly it. I think you guys can kind of get into it and see for yourselves why it's one of the greatest, in my opinion, one of the greatest mobile games to play.